Welcome to Table Talk, where there's always room at the table. I am your host, Jonathan Harmon of the J Harmon Home Team, and we can't wait to talk to these fine guests. Enjoy the show. Welcome to Table Talk. My name is Jonathan Harmon with the J Harmon Home Team, powered by Keller Williams. And we are in studio. We've got a full studio today. And what I like is that I'm seeing some glasses on the table and some bottles at the back of the table. I'm kind of excited about this. This is pretty fun.
It's always a good way to start.
It's a great way to start. Got my friend Trent over there hiding behind the curtain. I don't think he has a live mic today. So Trent, just wanted to say hi. How's it going? Yep, fellow bald guy. Everybody else here has hair. You know, we rotate through that sometimes. We had one table talk where it was all bald people, and it was awesome. I felt very in the nest, you know, and it was good. But today I've got Michelle Reeves here, part of the J Harmon Home Team, keeps everything moving forward, does all the fun stuff and all the not fun stuff too.
Which today was kind of full of, honestly.
You know, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it does. It's cool, though.
I apologize, but only a little.
No, never apologize. Work is work.
That's it. But we try to make it fun. But more importantly than either of the two on this side of the table, I've got my good friend, Jim Africano, and my other good friend, Aaron Stevenson, also known as Captain A-aron. There's all kinds of AKAs. He's been our Santa Claus. He's been, anyway, let's just say he's a character. How about that? And of course, Jim is the Skunk Whisperer. If you have not met the Skunk Whisperer, this is him.
Yes.
In person. So I've known these guys for a very long time. They do all of the pest control needs and mold remediation and things like that. All the stuff that destroys your house and makes it uncomfortable. You guys take care of that for the J Harmon Home Team and have for
a lot of years.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah, I don't know that I've had anybody else. Have I?
No, I've done your first termite letters on.
Yeah, I think that's true. I don't remember using anybody else. If I did, I apologize, but obviously you didn't stick around, so I don't apologize that much.
Well, if he did, he needs to apologize.
To you. Yeah, that's right. But also here in the last year or so, we have cohabitated a space. So right here where the studio is, Spread the Positive Studios with Trent Denson. We also share a building with Prohibition. And you guys have a really cool shop up in the front, up in the big windows here at the building. Of course, Cedar Glade's at the other end of it. And y'all sell winemaking kits and home brewing supplies and kits and cigars from specifically from Blanco, but a few others as well, I believe, yeah. Right? And you have cool events here with some bourbon tastings. And you had a skeleton covered in meat one night for Halloween.
Spookcootery.
Yeah. I mean, you guys do some cool, fun stuff.
We got more this weekend.
Yeah. What's going on this weekend?
Well, this Saturday, we are having a
paint and sip.
And the Sunday, we are celebrating a local poet's book launch.
Cool.
Yeah.
So. Very, very cool. So love what these guys have going on. I'm getting there. I got it, Trent. Love you, man. I've not forgotten about you, Bryan. I promise.
Well, we talked about bourbon, so
kind of. One of the things that I love that you guys do, and this is on our list to talk about, is you guys do a lot with the community, and you do a lot of stuff to plug in and bring in and acknowledge people that don't necessarily get acknowledgement but should. So we're gonna pause for 1 second. And we're going to talk about my friend Bryan Nale, another friend of all of ours. Bryan is with Primis Mortgage. We actually hosted their little Thanksgiving gathering. I've got a pin, as a matter of fact, today. And, that whole team over there at Primis does a fantastic job of helping people work through what is really a fairly complicated process, getting a mortgage done. And they do a good job of giving you good advice. And I think that's why I like you as well. Is you come and you look at something and you say, okay, here's the problem. Here's one way we can handle it. Here's another way we can handle it. Here's another way we can handle it. If it were me, I'd try it this way, which happens to be cheaper. And if this doesn't work, we don't have to undo it in order to do this. And so you don't immediately jump to the big solution unless when you do, it's because
It's needed.
it's necessary. Yes. So you always look for a way to minimize that cost, but still effectively eliminate the problem. And that's what I love about you guys. So that being said, let's hear from Bryan Nale, a big supporter of Spread the Positive.
Hey, my name is Bryan Nale. I'm a mortgage loan officer with Primis Mortgage, and I want to tell you that I absolutely love being a member of the Spread the Positive Network. It's such a great mission, and it helps bring so much positivity to our community. It's a true pleasure to be part of. There are a lot of ways to navigate financing a home, and in markets like this, having the advice of a trusted local professional is key to making sure you get the right advice for your specific circumstances. Whether you're interested in the purchase of a new home, a second home, or have a need for a refinance, I'd love to earn your trust. If I can help you nail your mortgage, call me at 615-243-3976 or visit nailyourmortgage.com, and I'll be happy to talk with you.
Primis Mortgage is a subsidiary of Primis Bank, a member FDIC, equal housing opportunity. As always, all loans are subject to approval. Primis Mortgage, NMLS number 1894879.
All right. So love you, Bryan. Thank you for always taking care of our clients and just doing a generally great job for us.
And he knows he's another big one who gives in the community.
He does.
He's a good guy.
So he participates in the community and he participates with Spread the Positive, helping with that. Michelle's over here about to blow up, so she's going to explode here in a minute.
I'm going to step away for just a sec if that's cool, guys.
Yeah, no problem. So we actually just acknowledged, was it yesterday, was Diabetes Awareness Day? Is that right?
World Diabetes Day.
Yeah. So Michelle's got to go take care of some business there. All right. So let's get on with Affi Pest and Wildlife. Let's start with those guys.
All right.
So just like me, multiple hats. You guys are doing all kinds of different stuff at different times, and the life of an entrepreneur, balancing things and then rebalancing and then rebalancing after that. So let's talk Affi Pest and Wildlife real quick. So obviously you guys do pest remediation, bugs and termites and things that eat your house. So how in the world did you get started in that? Because that is not your background, correct?
No, actually, culinary was my background.
Right. And how did you make that shift?
Actually, is because a neighbor of mine had a pest control company and had some medical issues. And I was in a position that I was able to help out a little bit. And I actually realized it's not just killing bugs. You don't go in, spray and pay, concept. There's a lot of science, a lot of education to actually mitigate the problem and give these people solutions, not just go in there and kill the bugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you've taught me this over the years with not just we got all kinds of weird little.
I'm sorry, guys. That is me and my World Diabetes Day technology.
Gotcha. It's all kinds of different things that you have to identify. So how did they get in there? Mm-hmm. Right? Why are they there? Because there's always an attraction of some kind. Like when we talk about mold too, right? It's here, but it didn't just spontaneously generate here. There was something that created an environment for it, right? So you're looking at all of those things, all those factors to make sure that the problem doesn't come back, right?
Yeah, and a lot of it may not be the homeowner or the tenant's fault. I just did a continuous education course talking about stored product pest, and it's the big box stores that they're coming in from if they don't use grains or different things in a timely manner. They're going to come in because they were already in there from the big box stores.
Wow. Interesting. That's very interesting. And so then you joined Jim. How long have you been with Affi? 6 years?
7 years.
That's what I was thinking. 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And what did you do before? I don't know much about you.
Well, if you want to know how Jim and I met,
yes,
this was about maybe 10 years ago. I was in Africa fishing off the river by my biplane, and all of a sudden over the hill comes Jim running with a golden idol in his hand, and pygmies throwing spears at him.
Yeah.
Lost
I don't believe this at all.
Why you got to pick on the little people, A-aron?
We're on this side of the table too. Cameras angled
I'm
down.
curious where your biplane is because I'd like to fly with you in that.
I was a
You sure you trust him to fly?
No, just make sure I have a parachute.
I was a pawnbroker in Laverne for about 11 years.
Hmm.
And Jim would come buy tools for me. And one time I got tired of the retail work and I did a ride along, and I was so used to having an hourly pay that when he offered me was, it wasn't hourly, but it was based off each job, commission. And so I got scared. So I went back to the pawn shop. 2 years later, Jim, you still hiring?
Yeah. Okay. It's time.
Best decision I've ever made.
Awesome. Well, I always know when you show up that you're going to be thorough. You're going to take your time. Not that you're going to dawdle, but you're going to take your time and really check it out. And you're observant, like both of you guys. When you see something you're not quite sure about, I always hear, "Hey, not really sure exactly what this is. You may want to have the home inspector double check this, or I need to go back with whatever and look at this piece again." And I really appreciate that. You don't rush things and miss stuff. So, and if you do, because people are human, you've always made it right for me. And that's a good thing. So you guys are also through Affi, and then we're going to get to Prohibition here in a second. But through Affi, you guys are involved in a number of things throughout the community as well. I know in the past you've been involved with Purple Paws and some of the other organizations that help with Walden's Puddle, which is such a cool organization. Tell me about some of those organizations that you guys support currently, and kind of give us a 20,000 feet on those.
So I was one of the co-founders of Purple Paws. The mission is helping rescues rescue more. And what they do is they find ways to help support local animal charities within Middle Tennessee. I serve on the board of directors for Walden's Puddle, which is a professionally staffed wildlife rehab. And I've been on that for over 10 years. We are also doing all the pre-construction as a donation for Habitat for Humanity for their subdivision.
So pre-construction, you go and you lay chemical on the soil once it's been scraped. Is that right?
Once they do whether it's a slab or a crawl space, usually once the hollow block is in or the gravel is back in, but before it's covered for a slab, then we go in and spray the whole area.
Okay, gotcha. And that's super important because we have a lot of organic matter in our soil here, and therefore we have termites all over the place, don't we?
So when I first started in 2003, I think I started in the industry. The state used to say there were 7 termite colonies per acre in Middle Tennessee. That has been readjusted to over 20 the past few years.
Wow.
So it is not if, it's when you're going to get them. So pre-construction and prevention is always a better way to go.
Yeah. Wow. 20 per acre.
That's not a good number.
I just got
depends on your
more
point of
anxious,
view.
y'all. Like
Me too.
I'm starting to sweat right now. Like, when did you treat my house last time?
Right.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna find you.
So one of the things that I love is that you guys provide little nuggets, little tidbits all the time. I saw it was probably 2 weeks before Halloween. You posted something on Facebook about putting your pumpkins out and not putting chemicals on your pumpkins, and it's just little stuff like that you're always looking out for, not just the people and to protect their homes, but the wildlife as well. And on that note, you guys do a lot of no-kill relocation. Is that correct? So talk to me about that, because you trap animals, you do all kinds of stuff to not kill the critters that have invaded folks' homes.
Well, especially with wildlife, my first step is, if it is invading a house, is there a way that we can do the exclusion and keep the animal in the environment? That is always tries to be our first go-to. But once they're in the house doing damage, things like that, sometimes they do need to be removed, and we specialize in humane trapping and removal. One of the nice things about serving on the board and working with these rescues is that if they are injured, I have a place to take them that can actually handle rehab and relocation. And we actually try anytime we can to humanely relocate and find a good, healthy spot for the animals.
Gotcha. Now, one thing that you specialize in based on your nickname here is the skunk whisperer. So this does not apply to this guy, but it does apply to this guy. How many skunks have you removed?
I have probably handled and been part of around 1,000 skunks and have never been sprayed.
Never been sprayed, ladies and gentlemen. You better find some wood to knock on, big guy.
Yeah, this is not the
This is a
right
glass
room.
and metal. Yeah, you need to figure something out there. Knock on your noggin or something. There you go. Now, how many times have you been sprayed? Not zero, I'm assuming.
I have been sprayed about more than I can count times 2.
Gotcha. Michelle, have you ever been sprayed by a skunk?
Heck no. You know, I'm an inside girl. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I walk from the parking lot inside.
That's a way to get sprayed, though. I pulled into my
No.
driveway not too long ago, and right as I pulled down the driveway, I'm like, oh, polecat right there. And so my son was sitting next to me. He goes, Dad, is that a skunk? I said, yeah. He goes, I'm sitting in this car. I said, okay.
Well, we just had a call from Murfreesboro Police, I think last month, and there was 6 adolescent skunks that fell into one of those culverts right next to a business next to a daycare.
Oh, fantastic.
So and I had to pull them out one at a time.
And you still didn't get sprayed?
Still didn't get sprayed.
So, like, do you sing to them? Do you whisper sweet nothings in their ear? Like, what do you do?
I have seen him in action.
Yeah.
You remember the raccoons? We had to cut a hole in the porch the porch ceiling, and he would do this. Raccoon would pop his head out. He'll pick it up. He hand it to me, and I put it.
Because they can be vicious.
Yeah, yeah. And I've seen him he just calms them down. There's something about the skunk whisperer that's calming to all animals.
Were you good at that with your kids?
Sometimes.
A little more
They're
complex,
more,
perhaps.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So that brings me, Michelle has Rebel Sage Perspectives podcast. And tell us, you just had a big, we're segueing for just a second.
Sure.
You just had a big show that you're going to edit and release here pretty soon, right?
Yes. This is an interview I worked on for over 6 months with the guy's people, and it's Maestro Giancarlo Guerrero. I can't say it without the rolled R. And it was a big deal. He's the conductor of the Nashville Symphony.
Mm-hmm.
And if your listeners, Jonathan, are anything like mine, they're probably not big symphony goers.
I love the symphony.
And so that's why I reached out to him particularly, because, before he and I interviewed, I said, I just want to let you know that my knowledge of the symphony is 0. And I had you on because I want to broaden the horizons of the podcast.
Yeah.
So he was the most humble person I've ever interviewed, and I can't wait to release it. I hope everybody who has never been to the symphony listens.
Well, I am excited to hear about that.
Yeah.
And I love the symphony. There's certain kinds of music, and usually it's lyrics, right? That'll hit you in a certain spot and it'll evoke some kind of emotion. But it is rare, but it has happened at the symphony where a piece of music with no words, like just, like it's just so strong and so
moving.
Powerful, and it just hits. But Michelle, Rebel Sage Perspectives, provided a little giveaway for us. So I've got a $40. You say it. It's your thing.
Okay. So in the spirit of keeping the shopping local, I went and purchased a $40 gift card at the Premier 6 movie theater in town. And that should be enough for 2 tickets and a package of drinks. So, you could take a date or give it to your kids to take a date.
Yep. Our
or
friend Dave
just-
is the guy over there at Premier
Yeah.
6. And
it's been renovated.
It has. It's beautiful. I
Yeah.
love that place. And anyway, so they have all the movies and they have great popcorn. Dave walks around half the time with a giant bag of popcorn in his car that he takes into various establishments and refreshes folks that maybe have partaken a little too much. Love you, Dave. Appreciate you. So $40 Rebels Premier 6 gift card from Rebel Sage Perspectives. Be on the lookout for that podcast. With the Maestro.
Yes, it's coming soon.
But here's how you win. Okay. So we've been talking about skunks, and Jim gave me some very interesting trivia. And Aaron validated that trivia. So it's a 2-part question. Okay. Got to get both of them. The first person to get both of them in the comments gets the Premier 6 gift card. And we'll figure out a way to get it to you. So question 1, part 1 is,
how far can a skunk spray?
Yes. So in my mind, a skunk can only, and I'm gonna throw this out there, and you don't tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay. I always picture a skunk getting up on its front feet, sticking its rear end in the air like Pepe Le Pew, right? And it sprays about this far. So that's what's in my mind. So I don't know if I'm right or not, but that's what I think. Okay.
So that's actually about an acrobat skunk, are the ones that stand on their hands and flip their leg
that's
over.
a thing? An
It's
acrobat?
a real thing?
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Do they walk tight ropes and stuff too?
I have not got that in recorded, but I've heard rumors on it.
So part 1 is how far can a skunk spray? Part 2 is,
What color is it?
what color is skunk spray? So again, in my head, I go back to Pepe Le Pew, and it just kind of wafts around, So I don't know. We'll
everywhere.
see. Yeah. Yeah. And skunk spray does not follow the skunk. So a skunk, if it doesn't spray, doesn't smell. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So again, Pepe Le Pew, not correct. Way to go, Looney Tunes.
Well, they've gotten rid of them anyway. So
Did they?
Yes,
Why'd they get
did.
rid of him?
Because he's offensive. He promotes
he got canceled.
culture.
Oh, I didn't know that. I do apologize
Yeah.
if I've offended you a little. Okay, so there we go. So those are our 2 questions. First person to answer both of those questions correctly in the comments. Trent's watching right now. You get $40. You get a date night, basically. You get
Date
$40
night,
at
yeah.
Premier 6.
Because I'm always looking to share date nights
That's
with
it.
people. I think that's a great idea.
It's a fantastic
Get out.
idea.
Bringing people together.
Yes.
That's it. One movie at a time where you don't talk to each other. Yeah.
Hey,
Anyway,
that
that's
may
okay.
be
Hopefully you're not
just
talking to
what
each other.
that might be just what whatever relationship needs.
That's true.
is quiet time.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. My problem is if I sit in the movie theater and I sit for about 30
You're out.
minutes, I'm like, yep,
That's because you go on warp speed all the time.
that's a fact. Yes.
Now, I do have another fun fact. We're
Okay.
talking about the symphony. I actually served on the Murfreesboro Symphony Board.
Nice.
I like that.
So we actually have a amazing local symphony.
We do.
That's
yeah.
cool. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Is it paid or is it the musicians on
The
there?
musicians are paid.
They are? Okay.
Yes.
For some reason, I was thinking there was some volunteer musicians.
The board and we actually have a separate guild, and those are all volunteer positions in it. The church donates the location.
Mhm.
Now we have had some traveling musicians that will donate their time just to help get some more recognition to the orchestra.
Very cool. And they play or at least used to play the fireworks, the Murfreesboro fireworks. We got a comment.
As far as 12 feet and it's yellow.
I'm letting you guys. I don't know. You tell me. That's not what you told me.
No, but we're close.
We're close. We're close. Good try, Katie. You're close. Okay. All right. Next thing, we're going to shift gears. We're still going to take comments on the skunk feats of strength there, and but we're going to shift because you guys opened another business last year.
Mhm.
You just had a 1-year anniversary
September.
6 weeks ago,
Yeah.
7 weeks ago. Yeah. And this business is super fun. So tell me about the new business. newer business?
So it's called Prohibition Home Brewing. We specialize in home brewing, winemaking, boutique cigars. We even have a master barber there
Mm-hmm.
because you need to go visit her.
I probably
know.
do need to get an edge up done. You're probably not wrong.
And my winemaking goes back to my family back in Sicily and carried over through 1912 when we came to America. And then about 10 years ago, my friends opened a place called Let's Make Wine.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl and Jack, love
Yep.
you guys.
Right.
They started doing wines from these kits, and I wasn't sure what I thought. It is great product. They don't add sugars. It's all natural,
And it's controlled, right?
Mhm.
Like there's no guesswork as far as are these grapes good or not.
What do you say, Captain?
If you can make macaroni and cheese from a box, you can make wine.
Wow.
It is from box to bottle, 4 to 6 weeks, and they are quality wines. The grape skins, and even once a year they'll do limited editions that are actually single vineyard wines. So they're regional wines. It's not all just, you even go to the wineries here. You got to think most of the grapes for the wineries here aren't from here.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee,
We don't grow grapes a lot.
we only have about 23 different varietals, and they're all on the sweeter side.
Mm-hmm.
So your
Yes.
Merlots, your Cabernets, we have something to try for you then
All
on the sweeter
right.
side. See if we can get some more beeps on the.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
heck yeah.
Um,
We'll send it the opposite direction.
so it's really good quality wine. And Jack and Cheryl retired for the second time and closed the business. And I had an opening, and I'm just starting to slow down from crawling under crawl spaces. My crawl space yoga is not the same as it used to be.
You don't recover quite as fast.
No. So I needed to look at something else fun. Aaron had been with me for a long time, and I wasn't going to give up part of Affi because that's just my baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured Prohibition could be something that we could go in together with.
Yeah, right on. And again, y'all's involvement in the community. You go to golf tournaments, and you've got the mobile cigar lounge that you've had here. You've had it at Mayday. Where else have you had it parked so far?
Mobile lounge hasn't been out a lot. So yes, we just bought a RV that we're converting. So it's still in the works, but we've done ribbon cuttings. Mayday, we set it up here. We're doing a private bourbon event Saturday.
Nice.
The Jeep event.
Yeah, we just did the Jeep cruising at Sharp Springs.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big event.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I love is that you guys really you go grassroots. And you did it with Affi, and you're doing it with Prohibition as well. You're getting out. You're talking to people. You're exposing them to a lot of folks. If you think about, I love wine, but make my own. Are you kidding? Like that's got to be hard,
That
right?
sounds daunting.
It does. It really does.
Yes.
And making beer does too. And you
Yeah.
guys sell all the equipment and the kits and the grains and stuff for that.
I actually made one of the beer kits, and I had you try it.
You did. Was it a Pilsner?
It was a American Pale Ale.
Pale Ale. Yeah.
And
It was very bubbly.
they're very bubbly.
Yeah, it was good.
I learned some things. Now, I've also done a lot of the wine kits. Super easy.
Mm-hmm.
The beer takes a little bit more love.
Yes. Yes. Isn't that funny? And then you guys have teamed up with our friend Tom with Blanco Cigars as well. And Tom is always fun to have around. I love you, Tom. Mean it. And no, he's super guy. And shirt off your back kind of guy, and he is the local rep for Blanco, correct?
Yeah, he actually handles multiple states, so we're lucky to have him this close. Him and I have been friends probably 15 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just a really good fit. He's always there to support us. He's very knowledgeable. And one of the reasons we carry mainly Blanco, because like I said, we try to do boutique cigars. So something unique can't be found everywhere. We already have, the Humidor, which is a great cigar lounge.
It is.
We're not playing competition, but we wanted to have something a little bit different and unique. So we carry the full line of Blanco, and then some of the harder to find and some of the aged cigars.
Very cool.
I used to like the Tatiana blues.
We do have the Groovy Blue.
Yeah.
Just because of the popularity.
Yeah.
Very
I love
cool.
those.
So, if you haven't stopped by Prohibition, when they're open, there's always something cool going on. He's usually in costume or whatever, at least talking like he's in costume. Trent, did you say, was there somebody else?
Misty says yellow and 10 to 15 feet. Blaine Little said 2 and clear ? And then 1 to 8.
We're not quite there yet. I'm sticking with what you said.
Yeah,
So
we're getting close.
Yeah, we're like
So close.
all around there.
No cigar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
That was very punny, Aaron.
Yep. I like to tell dad jokes, and sometimes he even laughs.
I know your dad, so that would be impressive.
Yeah, I know. It's rare, but he does occasionally. All right, so y'all brought a couple of, and are these all from kits?
They can all be made from what we have. We have one that is straight from the kit, and then a couple of them that have been a blend from 2 different kits, and the other one we actually modified with natural. So we can actually teach you how to do all those.
Was it Trent? Was that a delay? So in case we swear, you can dump it. Oh, okay. Just curious. All right, go ahead. Okay, so what you have an order here, or what are we doing here?
Well,
you're in charge.
Okay, let's go.
Let's start with the aperitif.
Cotton candy.
Okay, so this is obviously
Just
going to be
pass that
sweet.
bottle over to me.
Just a skosh.
Say when.
That's perfect.
I can't wait for him to just drop it and spills all over the
I'll
table.
take more than
That'd be
that.
awesome.
Say we have 3 to try.
I think you
And then
should
you
let
can
me
go
know
back.
when you're done pouring this one. That's good.
Gotta sample the rest.
Oh, my word.
I'm good.
I feel like I'm going to agree with you. This smells
It smells
amazing.
very, very sweet.
Oh.
But it's not.
I mean, it smells like candy.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Trent.
my goodness,
It doesn't taste like it though.
Jim, you nailed it.
Thank
You picked the perfect. I love this.
There's like this much tartness.
Mhm.
It's still very sweet for
you.
me.
I brought the Cabernet for
Yep.
you.
And there's something. Is there? Am I crazy? Is there like almost like a? I hate to even say this, like a white chocolate kind of flavor going on?
No, but you gotta think there's a vanilla flavor in cotton candy.
Yeah, but
Right.
It's
but
what's tampering off is the cherry after.
it's like heavy. I guess you still call it mouthfeel in wine, but it feels heavy to me,
Mhm.
like sticky.
Or chewy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes like white chocolate covered cherries.
Yeah, it's not my jam.
Yeah, I love.
But
this.
if you like sweet wine,
All right.
Jonathan's like, oh,
All right,
Move
so
along.
now we
No,
go.
let's go. Still keep it sweet. We'll finish with the dry.
Okay.
Now this one's nowhere near as sweet.
okay.
And this is a chocolate raspberry Merlot.
Oh,
So we
I
did-
tried this the other day. It's good.
Yeah, so we did a chocolate raspberry dessert kit and cut it with the Merlot.
So 2 different kits.
So it's 2 different kits.
Okay.
And if you actually come by
Just
kits,
a
I
little
will
on that.
tell you
that's good.
the mix ratio.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ooh, that
is
smells
my secret.
wonderful as well.
Oh man, that smells good. Almost has a little bourbon nose to it.
Oh, I should age some of my barrel staves.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I need these in a candle, like the 2 I've tried.
So I do work with Float Alchemy a lot, and they have a candle bar. I bet we could
Yeah.
figure
Mhm.
this out.
That's good. That's good. It's still sweet, but it's got enough.
It's tart at the end.
Well, and there's enough alcohol that flows at the end of it to wash the sugar on down.
Well, and the dessert wines have a higher alcohol content anyway. Naturally.
Now, was,
'Cause they have more
was
sugar.
that one a dessert wine?
It's
as well?
mixed with a Merlot. The
Oh,
actual
okay,
straight
okay.
chocolate raspberry
Mhm.
is extremely, he would probably like, because it is extremely sweet. But I mean, it just smacks you in the face with the chocolate, and it's heavy.
That was outstanding.
Yeah, I like that. That was
Yeah.
good. That was good. We agreed on one.
I know.
I'll wait till you try this one.
All right, and
She's
this
going to
is,
have a little nip of this one, but I think
Just a
you'll.
little.
What'd you say this is?
This is our basic. This is a straight kit. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay. They just got to work on. Can I say
just
this?
take
They
a
just got to work
photo.
on the distance. Because
Okay.
is
You're
yellow
good.
accurate?
Close.
Someone said 15 feet officially.
So we did have one who did get to 15.
Okay.
So I guess we kind of got to give it away now since we're just giving it away now.
Yeah. Did that 15 footer say yellow as well? Okay. Who was that?
Missy.
Katie Martin.
No, she didn't. She said
No,
12.
I thought it was
Well, she
Missy.
said- She guessed again. She asked if she
Oh, I see. I see.
We didn't give any rules.
That's true. That's true. All right. We're going to call it, okay?
And Blaine just asked Missy if she'll take him to the movies.
So it sounds like Katie won. Is that what we're saying?
I mean, technically, Missy said 10 to 15 first time. And yellow.
So what you told me was 15 to 20, and that it was you said neon green,
OG Gatorade
but
green.
but that might be. I can see where they'd say yellow, huh?
I would consider old school Gatorade.
Yeah. All right. So whoever said 15 in yellow first, Trent, you call it. Who you're looking at it, so you tell me who that is. Congratulations! Hit the applause button over there.
It depends on what color my shirt is when they spray me.
If it's blue, then it turns out green, right? Yeah, and blue make green. Do what?
We should have been doing these giveaways.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So who's getting the card?
I think Katie Martin.
Katie Martin Peachy.
Yep.
All right. Congratulations,
Choose
Katie.
another animal.
Our
Reach
studio
out.
audience is going to cheer for you.
Isn't that just peachy?
Yeah. Thank you. Katie, if you will, Trent's going to reach out to you, and we'll figure out how to get this to you. You may need to swing by Cedar Glade Brews or whatever, but we'll get this gift card to you or come to Prohibition.
There you go.
When are you guys open
There you
next?
go.
Tomorrow.
What time?
5 to 8 officially. I'll probably actually be there at 3. I got to get my hair cut at 2:30 anyway.
Got it. So if you can do that, that would be great. Go check those guys out. And if you can't for whatever reason, let me know and we'll hold it over at Cedar Glade.
And we'll throw in a gift from Missy when she comes by here.
There we go. We love you, Missy. Talk about somebody that does a lot in the
Love you,
community,
Missy.
huh?
Yes.
My
We did
goodness.
custom cigars for
You did.
Wild Goose Chase. Yes.
Tell me more about custom cigars.
Yeah.
So we can actually we work with Blanco and do custom blended cigars with their own wrapper for events. And we've done them for the local Steak and Shake, Wild Goose Chase, Borough Pride, Tennessee Meat Company carries them. So
it's a Blanco cigar, but it's private labeled with.
and private blended.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
blended.
It's not just
Do I get to
I'm
pick the
digging
blend?
that idea.
so.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well, what events do you guys have coming up?
We'll kind of talk about. We have the Sip and Paint this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a lot of fun. It's
When and
artists-
what time? What
4
day?
to 6 Saturday. Amy Sharon is the local artist who's hosting it. On our website, there's a QR code that'll take you right to it to register. We're going to have charcuterie and, of course, some samples.
So
And
people
that are
come
all
in and
included.
they paint, or
Yes.
they watch her paint.
Both, actually. She's interactive with us, so she will show you, do it, and help you.
Okay, got
It's
it.
beautiful.
I'm
She's a
certain.
great artist.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, you know more about the Sunday
So
event.
Sunday, we have a local poet, Mary Lou, and this is her first book publishing. So she's having a book party.
Congratulations, Mary
That's
Lou.
awesome. Yeah. And so you guys are hosting the book launch and
Yes.
signing. I'm assuming copies of the book will be available for sale.
I hope so, Mary Lou.
Yeah, they better be, right? And what
that-
time is that?
That's going to be 5 to 9.
5 to
on
9
Sunday.
on Sunday. Again, 906 Ridgely Road,
Yeah.
right up at the front of the building.
And I don't believe there'll be a ticket price. So come by, hear some poetry, go next door, get a beer, enjoy some barbecue at Single Tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, And
It's
then if
all
you want to
inclusive
record a
here.
podcast, come over to Spread the Positive.
That's right.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Cool. All right. What else is coming up? You guys got any cool stuff going on for Christmas?
So, well, we're going to be closed Black Friday because we're hoping more people are partaking in our wine on Thursday. And so, they'll actually sleep in instead. But we're doing something really fun for Giving Tuesday.
Okay.
So Giving Tuesday, we're actually going to have a tree set up in the shop with little tags. You can't see what's on the tag, but if you spend $20 or more, you get a tag and it'll have an item. Whatever item on it, we're going to have 6 local animal charities, and you can pick what charity or rescue that item you picked goes to.
So what kind of
I
item?
love
Like, give me some
that.
ideas of the items.
Some will be cash, some will be like dog food, cat food, paper towels, gloves. We're actually going to go through their wish lists and make sure if there's anything special.
Disposables that
beddings.
they need on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's cool, guys.
So I
I
figured
like
that'd
that.
be a fun one. And then Small Business Saturday, we're going to be doing a local handmade gift. They're worth $20 for every $50 you spend.
Very cool. All right, y'all. If you haven't been to Prohibition yet, you should get there. Come around, have a beer at Cedar Glade, and then go learn how to make beer at Prohibition, or wine, or get a cigar,
So
or all three.
The great part is if they have a beer at your place, you can ask them what kit would be close, and then like competition, how close can you get to our beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Now that, but we also have some local knives from a local artisan.
You do.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
They make great Christmas gifts.
We need to talk about that. So that's very cool. All right.
If anybody wants to know, I want a knife for Christmas. That's awesome.
Oh, we have some beautiful ones.
Jonathan's like, I don't know if you need
sharp
that.
objects,
But
not a good idea.
And they're actually going to be making us knives that are actually cigar cutters too. They'll have part of the cut, so when the knife
Cool.
closes, you can actually.
that's really
smart.
cool.
All I want for Christmas
Yeah.
is my Bowie knife.
So, all right. Well, very good stuff. Thank you guys for being on here. If you need any kind of pest or wildlife remediation or fungal remediation, suspicious microbial substance, right?
There you go.
Then call my friends at Affi Pest and Wildlife. And then, of course, all the stuff that we're talking about with the winemaking and beer making and cigars and artisan made knives and painting and all kinds of stuff going on at Prohibition. It's just a really cool place to come hang out. So, and one more quick thing. You guys do something on Friday mornings too. Do you want to talk about that real quick?
Sure. For local business owners or managers, we actually host what's called Coffee, Clutch, and Cigars. Yes, I know it's Clutch, but I ride motorcycles, so still calling it Clutch. We meet from 8:30 to 10:30, and there is actually kind of a schedule of how the day is supposed to lay out, but we really kind of let the meeting and the people there create the flow of it. We also will do a book a month and be discussing it, business book with that we all vote on, and then we'll discuss that throughout the month as well.
Cool.
And there's no
And that's
fee
from
for it.
8 to 10?
8:30 to 10:30.
8:30 to 10:30 on Friday mornings.
And what's your current
Prohibition.
book?
Oh,
Business Made Simple.
Yep.
By Steve Miller,
No,
Dustin something Miller.
Donald Miller,
Dollar-
the story
yeah.
brand.
All right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's good stuff right
Sorry
there.
to put you on the spot.
I know.
So
And then,
for-
then he throws Steve Miller, which is a fellow realtor.
Ah.
So you're just going to go straight.
Oh, I was thinking of the Steve Miller band.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me too.
Big old jet airliner. Yeah.
So
Um,
remember
Left it
with,
with that.
with Affi, be the master of your home. Have Affi on your phone.
Aaron Stevenson, y'all. All right. Very good. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any mortgage needs, give my friend Bryan at Primis a call. If you have real estate needs, of course, give us a call. And you'll get to meet all these folks anyway. So it'll be great. I guess that's about
And
it.
if you need a good
Thank you for having
podcast
us.
about music and entertainment, check out
Rebel
Rebel
Sage.
Sage Perspectives.
That's it. Thank you so much. Happy Tuesday. And we'll see you again next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.